Have you ever lost someone you love to a terminal illness? Did you have to help care for that person? There's a program that can assist with that. Although hospice provides care to a terminally ill patient as well as the family, it is often looked down upon. Many people see hospice as a form of assisted suicide. First, I'm going to tell you what hospice care is, how hospice supports and cares for the patient, and the support that is provided to the family. Hospice is a compassionate, patient-specific care given by a care team to a person with a terminally ill diagnosis of less than 6 months. The care team consists of the patient, the physician, RN case manager, hospice nurse, hospice aide, social worker, chaplain, and volunteers. The hospice nurse and nurse's aide make frequent visits to the home. They provide direct patient care as well as support to the family. The chaplain and the social worker provide emotional, spiritual, and community support. The volunteers are also a very important part of the care team. They provide support by visiting with the patient and can even sit with the patient and provide supervision while the family rests. Hospice can be provided in many locations, but the most common is in the patient's home. It can also be provided in a long-term care facility, a hospice house, or even in a hospital setting. A hospice house is a home-like setting and can even be designed like a bed and breakfast. There's a nurse on site 24 hours a day that can provide support wherever needed. Sadly, there's not a hospice house in our area. Hospice can also be provided in a hospital setting in respite care options, as well as if the patient is admitted to the hospital for a diagnosis other than what they are on hospice for. Location is not the only benefit to hospice care. Hospice care also provides the patient with pain management, care with dignity, emotional and spiritual support, and can even provide any equipment that is needed to assist with the care. Pain management focuses on keeping the pain controlled, as well as patient safety, proper dosage, safe storage of the medication, and monitoring the patient. Often changes in pain and breathing are not from the medication, but the illness progressing. Spiritual and emotional support is provided primarily through the chaplain, but can also be provided by the nurse's aide, and social worker. The spiritual and emotional support focuses on a direct patient care plan that is designed with the chaplain and the patient and families, that is based on the patient's beliefs as well as their religion. Care with dignity is a key point to hospice. Care with dignity is simply put as respect to the patient and the family. Family support is the third thing we're going to talk about today. Family support is given not just by physical and emotional support, but is also given by helping the family to say goodbye. The physical and emotional support is given by the nurses, chaplain, social workers. The nurses and hospice aides help the family to learn how not only to care for the patient physically, but also help out emotionally. The chaplain also helps the family out during the hospice time. Respite care is another option that is provided to families. Respite care is the temporary relief to a family providing care. Respite care can be provided in many different settings. The final way that support is given to the family is support while saying goodbye. This is done by the whole care team. When the patient passes away, the nurse makes a visit to the home. She helps the family to notify all parties needed. as well as providing emotional support. The chaplain and nurse are available to the family member and patient around the clock during hospice time. Many of the care team will also attend the funeral, and the chaplain continues to give support as needed in many different ways as everyone grieves differently. Many hospices also provide support groups throughout the hospice journey. Today, we talked about what hospice care is, how hospice supports the patient, and how hospice supports the family. I was privileged to provide the support and care that I did to the patients and families while I was a hospice nurse. I hope today this has given you clarity on what hospice care really is and that you see hospice in a different light. Thank you.